Hey, in this video we will look at another while loop example so that you understand the while loop from another perspective. I'll show you two examples actually. The first one is a very small program where we ask the user to enter a password and then we try to check if the password is correct. If it is correct, we tell the user that the password was correct. If it's not, we continue to ask the user to enter a password over and over again. This is how I would do it with a while loop. So think about the user again. What do you want to show them first? Well, ask them to enter a password. So get the password from the user using an input function. Enter password. So that's the message we show to the user. The user will enter a password and the passwords that the user enters will be stored in this password variable, and then we check while password, so while that variable value is not equal to pass 123. So let's suppose that the correct password is pass123. And that's how we start the loop. So what is this expression here? And what is this? Let me show that to you in the Python console. You know, if you do pass123 equal to pass123, what you get is true if I execute this, because this is an equal operator. So you get true. The opposite of an equal operator is the not equal operator, which comes with this exclamation mark instead of two equal operators. So if I press that, I will get false. So what I'm saying here is that while the password is not this, then we keep asking the user for a password. So we execute that again over and over again. Otherwise, I'll unindent now and go outside of the while loop. Otherwise, we say password was correct. So let me execute this now. Enter password. Let's say pass1. Oh, no. Pass2. No. Pass123. Yes, password was correct. So to wrap it up, this is how this code works. This line here is executed only once. Everything that is outside a loop is executed only once in Python. But this expression here is inside the loop, so it will be executed as far as this condition stays true. And that condition is dependent on what the user enters here. So as soon as the password that the user enters is different from pass123, we will get this executed over and over again. Otherwise, the loop ends and we show the user this message. That's how this code works. Another example now. I'll rename this to bonus2.1 and create a new file, bonus2.2. This time I want to use the while loop to produce a series of numbers as output. So I want to produce numbers from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will be printed out in the command line. How can we generate these numbers? Well, let me show you how, using the while loop. While. But we start with a value. Let's say x is 1. X is a variable, 1 is a number, and we say while x is less or equal than 6, we do something. And that here is also a comparison operator, just like we had that not equal operator, we also had this equal operator, we also have the comparison operators, such as this one. For example, is 1 less than 3, we get true. Is 1 greater than 3, we get false. Similarly, we have less or equal. So we get true because 1 is less than 3. If you say is 1 less or equal to 3, sorry, equal to 1, you get true because 1 is equal to 1, and so on. So that's what we're checking here. If x is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, this will be evaluated to true. So then I'll print out x, but if I run the script now, what's gonna happen is we're gonna get 1, 1, 1, 1 printed out all the time. So I have to stop the program now, otherwise my processor will get quite busy. So we get 1 printed out because x here will always be less than 6 since its value is 1. So there's no dynamics here. Nothing is changing x. Therefore we will get this line printed out all the time. But if we change x and say x is x plus 1, then what we're doing is we declare x here equal to 1, we check if x is less or equal to 6, which is true, so we get printed out 1. So in the first iteration we will get 1 printed out. But then here x will be overwritten with this value. So currently x is 1, therefore 1 plus 1 gives 2. So the new value for x will be 2. And then the loop goes again in here. X now is 2, which is still less than 6, so the loop will print out this again. It will update x. It will say x is equal to 2 plus 1, and that will make x 3. The loop goes again, print 3, and so on. So let's run this. And that's the output. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that output was also my intention, and I hope this gives you some more understanding about the while loop. Thanks for following.